Hello everyone, it's Robin, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I made a carrot pie with a pecan crust. It's delicious. I'll show you how to make it. Let's begin by making the pecan dough. Add pecans to a food processor and pulse just a few times. You want the texture to look like tiny pebbles. Then add organic flour, sugar, and salt. And pulse that just a couple times just to mix. Then add very cold butter, 4 ounces, unsalted butter, and I cut that into 8 pieces. Pulse that probably about 5 or 6 times, and then check. What you want is it to be fully incorporated and about little pea-sized pieces of butter throughout. Perfect, just like that. Then add about 2 tablespoons of very cold water and check that after you do that. And if it's starting to creep up the sides and stick together like that, you're ready to make the dough, shaping it into a ball. And knead it just for a little bit. It takes about a minute to do that. And it magically just starts to form into a cohesive ball. In order to make it more cohesive, I prefer to take a tea towel and make a beggar's purse by gathering up the 4 corners and then twisting it super hard to condense it. Perfect. Wrap it in plastic wrap, shape it in a disc, store it in the fridge for 2 days or 30 minutes. Now let's make the pie. This is actually the next day for me. 2 pounds of organic baby carrots and some salt, and boil that. Then make a syrup with sugar and water. We're making a caramel. Add cream and unsalted butter. You'll be stirring just for a few minutes. This process goes very fast. During this time, the carrots have cooled off. And you pour the caramel mixture into the carrots, add cream, 2 eggs, and 1 yolk. And then blitz that in your blender or food processor. I took the dough out of the refrigerator, but I forgot to let it sit for about 15 minutes, so it's going to crack up on me, but it'll still work. So you're going to roll it out here, starting rolling from the middle to the outer edges, and then measure into a 14-inch circle. I've got a deep dish 9-inch pie pan here. And I put the dough onto my rolling pin, and then as I slid my pan over, I damaged my crust. But anywho, I just shoved it in there and went to work. And made it work. That's how you do it. And then tuck in the top edge there. After you get everything all smooshed in, you might need to use the bottom of a glass to press really hard to get the crust even as much as you can. And then crimp the edges and refrigerate or freeze in the freezer for at least 30 minutes. Let's par bake the crust here. So I put black beans that I use over and over again, and I put that on parchment paper, and I put that in the oven. Then I'll take it out and I'll pop the crust back in for another 20 minutes or so. And keep your eye on that crust. Add the filling. Maybe give it a few swirls or so just for beauty. And then pop it back in the oven for about an hour. Before it's done, about 10 minutes before it's done, start peeking in on it. And there you go, there it is. Let it cool completely before you slice. The crust is amazing. It was sort of like candy. It was a nice crunchy crust and a delicious filling. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help.